Hello everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you so much for joining me here once more. As per usual, greatly appreciate all the wonderful feedback and just amazing subscribers that I have, as well as my community members too. So what we're going to do is take a look here at Bitcoin, obviously, but we're going to look at some important stuff here. We're going to talk a little bit about this pretty strong increase, right? This 5% movement from the bottom to the top here, and essentially the trip back down, right? A lot of it has to do with fair value, as well as some liquidity that we need to talk about as well. But furthermore, we're going to take a quick peek at HighBuck Capital data. There's some back-end stuff we really need to kind of look at and know more about because it's interesting with the way things are shaping up right now. Okay, so again, if you're new to the channel, not a financial advisor, I hope you can learn something here today. You want to become a better trader, CryptoCash.tech is a site, link down below. Look forward to working with you. Oh, also too, we have a summer sale coming up here. In 24 hours, we'll have that available on our Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it. It'll be available here online, and effectively, give you that summer sale for our community member. Because we've had community members of the month, we have a lot of different scenarios where we try to make sure to benefit our members, and this is a good one for newer members here, right? So you can lock in your monthly rate there if you decide you want to. That's available all through Twitter with the next 24 hours, so be on the lookout for that. One thing I want to bring up here while we are on Twitter here, just to kind of preface and let you know, this is roughly what happened. At $1.2 billion in USDT was utilized or transferred, effectively purchased in 14 minutes. So in 14-minute period yesterday, we saw a 10% increase in volume effectively at one moment to give us this pump. And what it looked like is this guy right here. So this is what $1.2 billion looks like. Push us all the way up to 30,000 to sweep out those shorts. And of course, now we're seeing the late longs getting wrecked. So again, we got some late shorts here, got smashed, and some late longs here. So try not to be either one of those two. I know it's easy to say, but breakout trading is not the most effective in this manipulative market. Okay? Just something to think about. All right, so that's kind of some preface there. Let's go ahead and talk a little bit about HighBuck Capital and kind of discuss a few things too, because yesterday was a really good day for our traders. Just, I guess, touching on that as well, we took some nice profit there, 20% in 5 days from Bitcoin. Not great, but we were working within this range, right? So again, some cool stuff there. And then we also, I think Litecoin and Ethereum, we took some nice profit there, almost 10% for Litecoin and good little 5% scalp there in 3 hours from Ethereum. So again, some cool stuff on the back end there, and that was all because of these pumps here with the ways in which we are trading. So I just want to congratulate you guys for a job well done there. I know a lot of my traders caught some good bottoms, and I think if you shorted the top, let me know. Very curious if you did. We took profits right at 30,000. In fact, just before it turned itself around on our BingX account, we took some profits there. So really, really cool stuff. Unfortunately, I didn't close all of our swing trade positions because I do feel like those are going to recover soon. We'll talk more about that as well. I'm going to talk a little bit more about some other coins like Litecoin. I think GMT, AVAX, there's a handful of other ones we're going to cover hopefully here today soon. Anyways, be on the lookout for that. Those will be other videos. So what we want to talk about here on the daily, first of all, before we jump in, is the HighBuck Capital stuff. Let's go ahead and look at the daily on HighBuck Capital and kind of see. And this is something I talked about yesterday too, where you got some late shorts here at the bottom. They washed out a lot of those longs. And then of course, the price, I expected the price to wick up and to reject back out. I didn't expect 30,000, I'll be honest. That was a nice little bonus. But I was expecting 29.5, and right now at this point, we got a candlestick closure yesterday at about 29.7. So that's a positive sign telling us that we've kind of broken through this range, but once again, today we have almost a bearish engulfing candle. It's not really all that fantastic. But again, the trading day is still early. I feel like if we close at 29.2 or higher, we should be in good shape. Okay? Again, we just need to kind of hold that price point this week for potential further upside. Okay? That being said, though, these are some liquidation levels you can see right there exactly at 30,000. Big surprise. Wicks right up there to 30,000 to wash out a lot of those shorts that had their stop losses there. And you can see previous that right here, 30,000 was a pretty heavy area in which people had their stop losses for their shorts. Okay, so again, that's where the shorts got liquidated pretty hard. And we can see, of course, today's just messy as all heck, right? We got a lot of shorts and a lot of long liquidations. So it's almost even, if you will. So hopefully you didn't get caught on either side of that. Thankfully, we took some nice profits, and we were kind of on the sidelines for a lot of other trades. Yes, we have some swing trades open, but those give us a wide berth, and we have a lot of opportunities for potential benefit there. Obviously, more so long term. Once again, swing trades are better for this climate because of the simple fact that day trades are getting hammered right now. Okay, take a look at this here. Long positions getting closed here today, extremely high. So we got a lot of longs getting closed. Every time we see these large red candle wicks, more long positions are essentially closed and or liquidated. It goes hand in hand, of course, but what's interesting is that we see in the last 3 days, we've got shorts are just getting bigger and bigger almost, right? Or pretty strong. In other words, a lot of heavy shorts. These are heavy positions, or sorry, these are positions, short positions that are getting that are being created instead of closed. So these are open versus closed positions. So that basically tells us that we got short heavy here. So in the last 3 days, even though the price went up, the shorts are increasing. Okay, so that does imply that there's a lot of selling pressure. Taking a quick look at the longs. Let's go ahead and just run this really quick. Just kind of show you how this works. You can see late longs getting destroyed here, right? So try not to again, be a late long. 29.5 was a sensible target because, of course, that should have been a bouncing point. That was the previous resistance. It didn't hold its support, though. That's why you wait for a daily candlestick closure a lot of times to be able to see what that looks like first. You need a full, larger time frame versus a small time frame for bigger benefit. But again, we got, some later longs here at 29.4. They're in the underwater as well. So longs are not looking so fantastic just yet. Not to say it's not worthwhile, because longs are, I think, in a position right now to actually do well. But once again, we got to look at the charts and kind of identify and probably just be patient. Truly, that's really what this boils down to, is finding those good opportunities. We might be getting close to that, though. I think the low 29,000 range would be a good buying opportunity for a long, but we got to see roughly what the selling pressure looks like. That being said, shorts are very, very heavy at 29,300. So that's good and bad, right? That really implies that we got a lot of selling pressure at the current price point, which was a previous resistance turned support, we think, we hope. But let's take a look at the charts instead of theorizing here. So let's go ahead and see. So on the daily, what we want to look at here, first of all, for the bigger picture, is that we have a MACD tentative convergence, right? So the longer we stay in this range, the more likely we are to break free from it. But again, the price is descending. We're still seeing lower highs and lower lows. So I wouldn't get too ahead of yourself that we've broken bullish all of a sudden. Okay, this could just be one of those situations that's kind of trapping some late longs. There's a lot of different theories, but for right now, we can see the MACD is starting to lose its momentum, giving us a little reassurance that we might be able to turn this around soon. We can see right here we got a test of 50 on the RSI, instantly rejected, but money flow index is increasing. Okay. As volume increases, so does the price. So we could be in good shape there to be able to see that broken soon. But right now, we're still not in a position where we can expect the price to just continue higher because we had one little push. Once again, though, still the trading day is still early. We got 7.5 hours left on this candle. Let's see what happens later, right? Maybe I'll jump in here and let me know if you'd like this. Maybe I can start analyzing Bitcoin perhaps twice a day, if possible. Again, different days, different scenarios. But once more, could be a situation where we need to take a look at this when the candlestick closes to see. But there's been a lot of manipulation at the 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. time frame. Yesterday we saw that as well. The monthly candlestick closed. 2 hours later, they try to dump it and start the month off terrible. Yesterday was a nice rally, of course, but depends on how you look at it. There's really not a lot of awesome stuff going on. So generally speaking, again, these are just my thoughts and my ideas, okay? Do what you will. Never, by the way, just quick disclaimer, never just follow somebody blindly because they're a good trader, okay? Oftentimes, I'm 80-85% success rate consistently. But I get these traders once in a while that join me, and they go all in on one trade, and it happens to be the one trade that I don't do so well on. Okay, so please, use your own risk tolerance, small position size, small portfolio, or just small percentage of your portfolio per trade, no more than 5%, okay? Again, the way that I trade, a little different scenario. It's more of a long-term, not like an instant get-rich-quick thing. Okay? Just so you know. Again, that goes for anyone else too if you're following them as well. Just protect your assets, okay? Keyword, assets has the word ASS in it, right? So just protect your asset. All right. Anyways, where was I? So on the daily, we're below 2 moving averages. We got rejected by the 20-day, and the 50 is tentatively holding as resistance. So until we can break above those 2, I don't really think we are on the right side of the tracks here. Again, we need a solid candlestick closure above 30,000 to have any legs to stand on. Okay, so again, in a situation like this, do not jump in just because the price goes up. If you saw 30,000 as a price point, I sure hope you didn't buy the top. That's not what I try to teach you. Okay, so again, try to listen to your gut, and the gut should be telling you that was a trap. Okay, Like, a lot of these traps here, this is really just garbage in my opinion. Like, this is a terrible, terrible market. Look at how stupid this is. I know it sounds ridiculous, and it sounds like I'm complaining. I'm really not, because crypto is actually a lot of fun, but really, does this need to happen all the time? Yeah, anyways, what I want to do is talk about the 4-hour time frame. Let's go ahead and wrap this up. Sorry, I'm getting a little preachy here today. So on the 4-hour, what we can see is we're treading towards a divergence whereas we converged pretty strong yesterday. Big surprise there. That really just kind of tells us the overall momentum is trying to figure itself out. Okay, so that doesn't tell us a heck of a lot, honestly. Yes, we are pushing to the downside, but we could very well rally back up too. Again, just the market is strange, so try not to trust those type of swing trade signals based on Bitcoin, having a good day. Just because it's one good day doesn't mean it's going to be continuing, right? Continuation is not really the bottom line here. So taking a look here, of course, at the RSI, we can see where we are above. Now we're tentatively below. Nothing really to note there. The 4-hour time frame is kind of just a heart monitor, right? Where it just goes up and down, and there's not a lot of consistency here. Okay, so again, we want to look at the macro, where the macro is still telling us we have more potential for downside than up. But again, I still feel like we might see a bouncing point here, because now that we're back up above this support range at 29,200, we want to see if that holds. So again, this Fibonacci level here at 29,150/200, if we can maintain above that here today, I think we're going to be in good shape. I'm really looking for a candlestick closure at or above the current level at 29.2. Okay. I think that'll tell us a lot. So regardless, on the hourly, we can kind of see here we got some overextension, of course, pretty obvious. We can see what we're down to a 9 plus overtime, didn't get enough time for that reset. But previously we came up to a 7 and blasted off, right? $1.2 billion shot us up to 30,000, liquidated all the shorts, and now we're right back down to the longs. So again, interesting stuff, but not that interesting if you think about fair value gaps and how the price action will continue to correct itself. Okay, so again, we had this gap down here where the price action continued lower, late shorts enter the market right here. They got wrecked up here when the fair value gap entered, and then of course an additional 1.2 billion shot us upwards. Since then, we've been able to fill this first initial gap. There's a second gap here, right there at 28,900-ish. Basically, even 29,000 to 29.2. So if the price comes down even to this level here, I would say a good bouncing point or potential entry would be 29,000. That'd be a little bit better than 29,200. Just a thought there. So again, if you're going to long, I'd rather wait a little bit longer, no pun intended there, to fill this gap first and see what happens. Now again, these gaps are never truly always filled. Majority of them take a while to sustain themselves, but keep in mind that is still a potential reality. So it would make sense for the price to kind of go like this, and then like this, and then back up here to really screw everybody up again. So again, if it can go wrong, it will go wrong. This is cryptocurrency. You just got to recognize that. And in this situation here, I think there's a decent chance that we will see that gap get filled and potentially leg up from there. So my money, tentative money, is on the price wicking down to 29,000 and bouncing upwards. Once again, we do got to recognize, though, the overall sentiment here on the daily is still bearish, because we haven't broken through any type of key level resistances. We're still descending. So, until we can have a clean closure, 29.5, 30,000 or higher, we still got to assume the price is going to go lower. Okay, so please recognize that, and I do hope that this was beneficial, and I filled in some gaps here for you. Pun was intended for that fair value gap. You get it. Anyways, yeah, boy, I am terrible today. I hope you have a good rest of your day. I'm going to let you go. Obviously, once again, make sure you help us, grow our Twitter community here. Greatly appreciate your feedback. You're following us. Again, there's those results from yesterday. If you want to become a better trader, cryptocash.tech is a site. Obviously, jump on over to our Discord. It is available. We have our general section, of course, which is free. We've got some awesome community opportunities there where we all chat and learn and grow together. But more important, it's just an awesome opportunity to be able to kind of get to know one another and to stay healthy in this environment. We all got to kind of work together, right? That's the important thing. And I just want to say thank you again to everyone who's shown their support over the years here. It's been awesome to be part of this. It's a really cool journey to take with you alongside some awesome traders. Have a good rest of your day. We'll see you in the next one. Appreciate your time. Take care.